Well, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a good day. I want to do a little, sometimes I get a new tool or new something, and I think it's always beneficial because I know I go to YouTube many times to look at tools that people are using. I kind of bought this tool really kind of off the cuff pretty quick. I did a little bit of research on it, but let me show you what I've got going on and you'll see the reason I bought it. I'm making 5 fireplace screens. I've already forged all the handles. I forged some mounting brackets I'm going to put on there for I have some arched feet that are going to go on these. On 4 of them. One of them is going to be a little different. It's going outside. Outdoor fireplace will be a little different. I've got my screening material over here, but I have got I've already made all the frames. I've got 5 sets of frames. There's one over there. My shop's a mess. Just have to forgive me. But I've made a lot of fireplace doors and screens over the years, and punching the holes. And I actually have a Metal Pro, which I absolutely love that machine. It is, if you need a small iron worker that won't totally break the bank, I have got the Metal Pro 45 ton FS. I bought it with a 12-inch shear and break and shear. Works great. I use it all the time. Matter of fact, I punched a lot of my initial holes in the frames. All of these holes I punched before I welded them together, and I punched on this machine. Great. Machine works great. I took a center punch and put a D10 in them, run through there. But I was looking for a quicker way to match punch the inner frame, because this frame is textured 3/16. This inner frame is 1/8 flat bar. So what I'm doing, I go around first, I punch all the holes in the corners, and then in the middle, I'm not got to this one yet. I've got to do that one still right there. But I bought this little 10-ton punch on Amazon. I have no idea how long this thing's going to last. I could break it right here before your eyes, but I want to just show you. Now, it's going to take me a second. I've got this. I'm going to see if I can do this with one hand. I'm going to slide it up in here, then I'll come back with a better picture. Now, when you pull the trigger, I've got to make sure I've got to hang on, I'll bad video for a second, because I got to do this with 2 hands to make sure I get it in the right place. Okay, now I've got it starting in the hole, and you can just bump it down, and then I'll show you. All you do is you got a trigger up here, and you pull the trigger. I'll hold it right here, and it automatically retracts. Punches a nice little clean plug. This is a 6.5 millimeter, so a 1/4 inch will fit through that hole, which is exactly what I'm using, because I'm using 1/4 inch rivets on these. So what I did, I set it up. It comes with this little stand. Let me slide this. Sorry, I'm doing bad video again. You know I'm noted for it. It comes with this little stand, so you can just let it, you can let it sit there by itself and rest, which is nice. So I punch that hole, and then I just go down to my next hole, which is right here. Again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's a little tricky, because you don't want to punch a bad hole. So let me line this up, then I'll give you a better picture of it. I'm trying to bounce it down. Whew, see, I almost did it. Whew, had to put my phone down real quick. I almost did it. I almost made a bad punch. That's what I get for doing this with one hand. So I could have fixed it. That happened. It's not the end of the world. I go in, welded it up, rehammered it out. Not the end of the world, but I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is get back on here. I wanted to do one more of these. If you're doing it with 2 hands and paying attention, you should be pretty good. Just barely bump it. Oops, I got to turn. It's got a little valve here. You got to turn that valve back into the off position. That relieves the hydraulics. Man, I'm trying to. Sorry. Alright, it's in the hole. Whew, sorry about that. Just doing this with my camera. Squeeze trigger. And it comes out, punch you a nice clean hole. Anyway, this thing came with, let me show you what it come with. Where's my box? Like I said, I also got I got a piece of 1/4 inch 4-inch angle iron out there that I've got to punch some mounting holes in. There are some limitations on this machine with depth of punch. I think this will go in. Let's see. Let me see if I can tell you exactly. I think it's about 1 3/8 inches of hole depth. Let me pull this out here so I don't accidentally hit something. So, from the center of the hole, if you remove, there's got a backstop on it, but if you remove that backstop, you can get back to almost 1 3/8 inches. It's not quite 1.5 inches of depth, going from the center of the hole here back to here. You take this stop out, you can get all the way back to this frame. But it's just a C-frame, pretty well built. It came with hydraulic oil. I did check the fluid level right here. But let me show you the box it came in. Like I said, I've just started using this. It could break tomorrow. So, you know, they have so many different brand names for these. This one on Amazon was called the whatever, AMZCNC. It comes with a little box. Comes with a little instruction manual, which is, I love these Chinese instruction manuals because you know they use that interpretive app, because whoever's interpreting them, the verbiage is awful funny sometimes. But it comes with this nice little set of punch and dies. I think it goes from, I'll give you the inches on it. I think this is roughly a 3/4. Yeah, it's a little, that one's a little over 3/4, almost 13/16. And then you got, I think this one's this one's roughly a half, about a half. 3/8. These are all metrics, probably 10 millimeter. And then this one is roughly a 5/8, probably a 17 millimeter. But you got, and it comes with one that I've got in it, which is a 6.5. So it comes with different ones. Now, it really doesn't tell you. This is a 1/4 inch rated machine. I have no idea if it's going to punch a 3/4 inch hole through 1/4 inch steel. I just don't know. The dies are tapered. They got that slant to them, you know, for shearing. They change out with a little set screw. Got a little set screw. You go in here, and there's a set screw right here, and there's a set screw up. Set screw in behind this plate. And you got to take this plate off. Set screw in there, right in here. You got to change the die out. Not that bad. So I don't know. I've got to punch some 3/8 holes in that 1/4 inch plate out there. So I'll be trying it, and if it works, I may get on here and throw another quick video out and show you how that does. I really don't plan on using this to punch big holes. I really bought it to punch this little thin 1/8 inch for fireplace screens and stuff like that whenever I'm doing riveting jobs. And most time I'm riveting 3/8 or less, and I do a lot of 1/4 and a lot of 3/16 rivets. Yeah, I order them from blacksmithbolt.com. So that's what I'm putting in there. And then I'll be hand hammering all of them. And I do that. I've actually got a little anvil right here. And in that little anvil down there, I've got a die block I put in there that's got different size rivet heads. I took a piece of 4140 yesterday. And when I'll be laying this flat, because I'll keep the bolts in there, and then I go around, take a bolt out, put a rivet in, but I'll get it all done. But I went ahead and heated this up and forged a rivet down into there to get a nice set. And so I'll be laying this underneath. I'll be laying this underneath that, flipped over, and hand hammering all of these down once the screening's in and everything. So that there's a lot to put in. I think there's minimum of 20 rivets. That's minimum. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. There's going to be about 28 rivets per screen. So anyway, I'll let you go. I just wanted you to throw this little punch. I bought. I'll let you. It's working good right now. I do spray, not a heavy oil on it. I just happen to have a little liquid wrench lubricating oil. It's a Surflon. It's got the Teflon stuff in it. I really just wanted some WD-40. Just something light to spray on there. I didn't want it to get everywhere, but I did want to lubricate it a little bit. So I oil it about every 2 holes, just shoot a shot of oil in there. But it punches a good little hole, makes a nice little plug. We'll see how it does on the quarter. But anyway, I hope that helps somebody who may be thinking about buying one of these. I'll like I said, I got this on Amazon. And so you can just get on Amazon, look up electric over hydraulic open throat punch. I don't know how it's listed. And hopefully there's different brands on there, but they all look the same. I can't remember what I paid for this. 200, 250, something like that. I'd have to go look it up. It wasn't super expensive. Not if you're going to use it. And it's saving me a lot of time right now. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Take care.